Couple of roster rumors, though. How about that announcement from the Seattle Surge? How about them watching The Last Dance on ESPN and getting inspired? 2 words, folks. I'm back. How about that for Enable? Pandur out, Enable in.
Twitter post was amazing.
It
Very
was the
creative.
most Ian thing. It was the most Ian thing he possibly.
I thought it was a joke.
Great.
I didn't think it was real.
Oh, you thought it was a meme?
Yeah, I messaged Joey and I was like, "Wait, is Ian actually back?"
I mean, so I'm on kind of the more serious side. I am very interested to see how this plays out because Ian's a pretty chill guy. He's very fun-loving. He's often going to be the jokester. So I think can he kind of get over things and move past stuff? Yes, absolutely. But something that Clayster noted in the past was his concern that he said that they couldn't bring Enable back because that team chemistry would be irreparably broken. And so now they've made that decision. They have brought Enable back. And I'm interested to see how that works out. Obviously, Enable and Octane had a ton of success last year on 100 Thieves. So I'm very interested to kind of sit back and watch how that team chemistry unfolds with them now that Enable is back in that starting lineup with his teammates and his coach, who obviously made those decisions initially to bench him.
Yeah, it was tough because they have a tournament in 8 days too, right? Or 9 days. So
yeah, 9 days.
Little short week too. So I'm interested. I love Ian. I think he's a great player. So he should fit right in. But I just don't know if that fixes the issues on that team.
Yeah,
I don't know if this. Yeah. I don't know if there is even a stat for this, but maybe this is more of a gut feel kind of thing, Easy Mac. But is there an amount of time that a coach or someone in your position would prefer a change to be made before the next tournament? Like, how much time is optimal for building team chemistry, getting reps in, scrims, etc., with a new player before competing in a tournament?
So I've actually never been on a team that's had a roster change. So it's tough for me to say because like our phase team last year was the same team all year round. And then this year, obviously, we have our 5. So, but I'm assuming like he's going to fill right in. They have a full scrim set for the next 8 days. So I'm assuming there's going to be a little nice honeymoon period too for them. So as long as they're like Ian's been playing 10s, like
he's been grinding.
Like a maniac.
He admitted that he's been slacking, and so he's clearly been putting in the effort too. So to your point, I would love to see how that filters in and factors in as well.
Yeah.
Real quick, Emily and Katie, what happens with Prestinni? Honest opinion. I'm not gloating. Honest opinion. What do you think happens?
God, at this point, I don't really know. I know that he's living with his brother again, which honestly, at this point, whatever is best for his mental health, I think is whatever I want to see happen. Hopefully that is also conducive to him continuing to shine in the Call of Duty League, but hopefully moving back in with his brother helps him and he can find a good spot to shine. But at this point, I don't know. I just hope whatever happens with him, he finds himself in a safer, happier, better spot.
I agree with that.
He's in a tough spot though. Like this is franchise.
Oh
yeah. This is like the first year of the franchise league. So like Florida has no like there's no like the tough spot is like in like traditional sports when you give up a star player, you get like a lot in return. You get draft picks, you get another star player, you get a bunch of role players. In this, what do you get? You get either a player, which what if you don't want that player, or you get money, which I mean, it's really tough. So like Florida has no reason to get rid of him because one, he could be like they just won 06 this past tournament. What if next tournament is the same thing? Like they could try to put Prestinni back in just like Ian, and there's no reason for them to give him to like let's say like a Chicago because you're just helping out a team that you could see in a grand final and at the next tournament. So it's really really tough.
He's still able to contribute to Florida at the end of the day. If they need to make a change, if they believe that a change is warranted, well, he is on the bench and he would be a prime choice. I'm sure, I don't know. I haven't asked this question to Prestinni. I would guess that he is asking for a trade. I would guess that he is asking for a trade to Chicago because he's living with his brother, like you said, Katie, and he wants to play with his brother. That's a whole debate for another day. But you're right, though. Like, ultimately, if Florida want to keep him, they can keep him, right? That's how sports works. If they feel like this player will be beneficial as an asset to this team, then they will keep him. And he is, as a professional, should find a way to contribute to the team if that is the scenario.